Welcome to Cosmic Diaries. This is Priya Kali, your astrologer, and welcome to a brand new week. We're looking at the astrology for the week of February 29th to March 5th, March 6th. I haven't looked at what the week is, but whatever, 5th, 6th. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just coming out of a very thick, powerful triple conjunction between the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn, which took place on the 28th of February, earlier today. So, depending on when you're listening to this, look at what was going on with you on the 28th of February, 27th of February, because we're moving over a significant threshold now. And we're entering a whole new chapter. We're leaving the past behind. We've gotten to a bottom of a truth, and we've reached a deeper understanding of our limits, our boundaries, and the doors that were shut that are now opening, and we're entering a whole new territory. So move in awareness as you step over this threshold, because as we enter the 29th and on the 1st of March, immediately after the Sun and Mercury meet Saturn, they sextile Jupiter. And if Saturn is the planet of boundaries, where we've moved past a significant boundary or threshold, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So now suddenly there are new opportunities arising, and we're seeing a whole new world to be explored and a whole new world of potential. That said, we are now in the waning cycle of the moon. So the new moon, Pisces new moon, is on the 10th of March, and the Virgo full moon recently took place on the 24th of February. So this week we are moving through the waning cycle of the moon. The waning cycle is a time of release. So over this week, as you move through the week, we're in the process of releasing emotional baggage, decluttering our space mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, in all respects. This is a simplification, an unburdening, a lightening, and clearing space. So then we can invite in the opportunities and the abundance and prosperity and love and support and connections that we desire. And make no mistake, relationships are deepening now, and we're forming bonds that will stand the test of time and will go the distance. But for that to happen, we have to be really true to ourselves, and that's what this triple conjunction in Saturn in Pisces was all about, is realigning with that inner truth. Then we can make choices accordingly. So now, as we enter the 29th and the 1st, on the 29th, Mercury will sextile Jupiter. So pay attention to the communication you're having. There are more realizations coming through, and then followed by the Sun. This process continues of opportunities coming through, realizations coming through. We're releasing the past in a powerful way, and in essence, the floodgates are opening up now, and a dream is within reach, and we're seeing ways to materialize and realize a dream. So over the 29th and the 1st, the moon is moving through Scorpio at this time. So there are, again, emotionally, there's a powerful transformation underway. Relationships are deepening. There's a deep level of intimacy here, and bonds are deepening. We're understanding the deeper layers in situations and our connections. And at best, this is very dreamy, emotional, sensual, sexual, seductive, lucrative energy, creative energy. So dig deep, dive deep, and keep an open mind as you move forward. Of course, if you are dealing with a loss, we've had to face some bittersweet realities. We're leaving the past behind. So move through this process of releasing consciously. Then it'll be easier for you to navigate forward. The moon in Scorpio really is asking us to let go of trying to control situations and to surrender, so we can really get to the depth and the richness of this experience. So look at what's coming to light on the 29th and the 1st. Trust your intuition, but there's also important communication and clarity. We're reaching clarity and having important conversations and learning information. So just keep an open mind as you navigate through these days and recognize that things are changing powerfully. And we are now also moving to eclipses less than a month away. So life is reshaping itself. And it's just a matter of steering our course consciously in awareness of our desires and what we're trying to create and what we're leaving behind. And the hope you feel is real. A dream is within reach, and we're very much in the process of materializing our dreams. It's just a matter of taking things a day at a time and allowing life to unfold and allowing the road to unfold before you. And of course, there's a need for wisdom, for perspective, and to keep the big picture in mind as you navigate forward. Then you can make wise choices and, steer consciously. So then on the 2nd of March, the moon enters Sagittarius, and there are no major aspects taking place between planets. Nope, there aren't. So on the 2nd, the moon enters Sagittarius, and it'll only make one sextile to Pluto. So this just feels like a very liberating aspect, actually. So there could be a powerful emotional release, a sense of lightening and unburdening, clearing out, releasing emotionally, as well as, whatever else you're dealing with. With the moon in Sagittarius, we're feeling optimistic at best. We're also feeling very big feelings. So be philosophical. Again, keep your sense of perspective. Be wise. And recognize that life is a journey. So we don't have all the answers. But we're now also moving to the last quarter phase of the moon, with the moon in Sagittarius. The moon will reach last quarter phase on the 3rd of March. So, and basically the moon is moving through Sagittarius on the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th of March. 4th it enters Capricorn later in the day. So 2nd, 3rd, midway to the 4th, the moon is in Sagittarius. So we're, feeling these big feelings. We're gaining perspective, and there's a need to be patient and kind and committed to your path of choosing. Whatever path you've chosen now, there's a need to follow through with what we're doing. Because as we reach this last quarter phase of the moon, we're now halfway between the Virgo full moon, which took place on the 24th of February, and the Pisces new moon, which takes place on the 10th of March. So we're at this halfway point, and this is a turning point, and it's a chance to make adjustments and, get centered and really make any course corrections where necessary. Given everything that's come to light over the past week, we're kind of taking stock so we can, decide which way we want to move ahead. So on the 3rd of March, the moon continues to move through Sagittarius, but there's a major aspect building when Venus squares Uranus on the 3rd of March. And obviously this aspect is building through the 2nd. And with Venus square Uranus, we're reaching a breakthrough, we're reaching a turning point in financial matters, creative matters, and definitely in relationships and matters of the heart. Uranus will push boundaries, and Venus, speaks of our values. So this is an inner turning point and an inner giving way. The energy is unpredictable, so there could be unexpected developments taking place. Maybe we're feeling surprising feelings, maybe we're experiencing unexpected breakthroughs, or whatever comes up. Again, be philosophical. Look at life and situations through the eyes of the heart. We are being drawn out of our comfort zone, and life is, our heart is kind of being pushed open. And if we can trust this process, because ultimately, it's about letting go of the ego so we can experience something more divine, even. We are still in Pisces season, and the moon is in Sagittarius square the sun in Pisces. Both of these signs speak of God and spirituality and transcendence. And with Venus square Uranus at this time, it's kind of like our heart is breaking open in ways that we couldn't have imagined and expected. So allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and recognize that ultimately, whatever you're feeling and whoever or whatever is triggering your emotions, ultimately your emotions are your emotions. And pleasure is, happiness is an inside job, and it's something that's found within. So the more we can fill our own cup, then we can share the love we feel with others. And make no mistake, there is unconditional love in our lives right now, and very real love as well. It's a matter of us being able to also receive and be open to the support and the love and resources and opportunities and, creative possibilities that are around us. It's so dare to be, innovative and creative and imaginative, and dare to follow your heart at this point. And certainly, we are at this turning point with this last quarter phase of the moon. After the third Venus squares Uranus, moon continues to move through Sagittarius at the last quarter and will make aspects to Mars, Mercury, Venus, Neptune. So, Mars, Mercury, Venus on the 3rd. On the 4th, the moon will square Neptune and then enter Capricorn. But before that, basically on the 3rd, it's a busy day. We're feeling a lot of emotions and there's a lot that's unfolding. So just move in awareness. Because then on the 4th, Mercury sextiles Uranus. So there are more unexpected conversations coming through, or perhaps unexpected information that we're learning, or surprising developments that are taking place. Keep an open mind. Mercury rules the mind. Keep an open mind and, be creative, be innovative, be willing to experiment. And when it comes to communication, interpersonal communication, it's about speaking from the heart, really. But also trust your intuition now, because you're being guided to exactly where you need to be. But for that, you've got to learn to listen to your inner voice and allow it to guide you, even if it, is drawing you out of your comfort zone. The more we can be open-minded, we could be pleasantly surprised with what unfolds and what we learn today. Because this is also, a breakthrough and feels kind of liberating. Whatever we learn now, where it feels very enlightening, and the energy is also very inspiring. But then, so dare to envision a better future, dare to follow a dream that you have, and follow a hunch that you have, follow your intuition and let it guide you. Because then the moon enters Capricorn later on the 4th at about 4:15 p.m. in New York. And once the moon enters Capricorn, we're getting down to business. Capricorn is an earth sign and it's a very ambitious sign. And we're reflecting on our goals, our ambitions, our boundaries as well. And we've moved past a significant threshold as we enter this week. So now this is about the commitment and dedication that it takes to materialize a dream. So over the 4th and the 5th, and actually even the 6th, there are no major aspects taking place, but the moon is moving through Capricorn on the 4th and the 5th, and it's making aspects to all the planets, which means we have a busy couple of days coming up. We're processing a lot of emotions. And at best, it could be a really good, productive couple of days when we make traction and we really make progress with whatever it is that we're working on. But we are now in the waning cycle of the moon, moving to the new moon on the 10th of March. So, this is a chance to really get our affairs in order and get stuff in order, let go of dead weight, and learn your lessons, but leave the past behind. If there's any sense of heaviness, with the moon in Capricorn, there may be a need to compartmentalize our emotions, given that we've got so much work to do because it feels like a full plate and we're just clearing a lot of stuff, tying up a lot of loose ends, and dealing with a lot of unfinished business. But that said, make sure you're taking time to rest and check in with yourself and your feelings and processing them as you can, when you can. And make sure you're making time for play and fun and listening to good music and eating good food and just nourishing your soul as well. So the moon finally then enters Aquarius on the 6th of March, and that's pretty much brings us to the end of the week. And on the 6th of March, the moon enters Aquarius and will immediately make a conjunction to Pluto. So there's changes in the air, and we're now in the deep waning cycle of the moon, moving to the Pisces new moon on the 10th. So this is, things are evolving, things are changing, we're clearing out and we're letting go. It's really just a chance to let go of, declutter your space, declutter your mind, let go of attachments, let go of your expectations of how situations play out, and allow life to surprise you and be open to inspiration, and allow yourself to feel a sense of liberation that life is bringing us right now, and be willing to innovate and experiment. And we're in a whole new world which requires, what the Zen philosophers call the beginner's mind or the new mind. So it's really a deep clearing out that we're experiencing. The 10th of March brings renewal with the Pisces new moon. So don't be in a hurry now to, even if something feels empty, don't be in a hurry to fill a void. Nature abhors a vacuum, and we're realizing our dreams, which means we also have to have faith in our dreams and in the journey to our dreams. And this new moon that's coming up on the 10th of March is one of the most auspicious nights of the year, the night before the new moon, which is Mahashivratri. And it's considered one of the most auspicious and sacred nights of the year. So whatever's unfolding now, we are in Pisces season. It's the season of magic and music and unconditional love and transcendence and God and spirituality. So dive into yourself, your innermost self, the light that shines within, and let that be what guides you as you move to the new moon. And the moon disappears in the sky. Reconnect with your inner self and your inner light, and then allow the magic to unfold. So there's a lot happening this week, but it's a much easier week than we've been through before. There's a little bit of, not really drama, but maybe a storm in a teacup around the 3rd of March when we get to the last quarter phase, where we're really checking, making adjustments and shuffling and making course corrections as needed, and we're reaching breakthroughs. But for the most part, it's a very liberating week, and we've found clarity with the triple conjunction of the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn as we enter the week on the 28th. So stay with that truth as you move ahead, and then have faith. Whatever you've dreamed for yourself, the universe has dreamed bigger and better, and wants to help you realize your dreams. So, with that said, I hope you found that useful. I would love to work with you one on one, and I am available for consultations. So, my calendar is open for March now, but do write to me at priya@cosmicdiaries.com and let me know what you think about the podcast as well, and if there's anything you would like to hear more of. And of course, if you want a consultation. But I'll be back with you with more next week. Thank you as always for listening. I'm sending you love wherever you are, and I'll be with you again very soon. Namaste.